Hello friends, this is Jack Mayer. I'm truly happy to be speaking with you today because what I'm going to share is something that completely transformed my own life. And I believe if you really understand it, it can transform your life too. Now, this isn't just another business tip or another motivational story. It's much deeper than that. Today, I want to talk about something very important, the difference between a rich mindset and a poor mindset. And let me be very clear, this has nothing to do with how much money is in your bank account right now. You could have only $10 or you could have $10 million. That's not what I'm talking about. What really matters is how you think. Your mindset is the real wealth. Before you saw me on big stages, running companies, or giving speeches, I was just an ordinary man from a small city in China. People used to call me Poor Jack Ma. Hardly anyone knew me, and even fewer believed in me. I applied for 30 different jobs, and every single one rejected me. I even applied to KFC when it first came to my city. There were 24 people applying. 23 were accepted, and I was the only one turned away. They simply said, "No, thank you." To them, I wasn't tall enough, strong enough, handsome enough, or smart enough. At that moment, I could have easily given up, blamed the world, and accepted a life of struggle. But I realized something important. Being poor is not about money, it's about your way of thinking, how you see yourself, and how you imagine your future. That's what we are discussing today. When I first wanted to learn English, I couldn't afford lessons. So every morning at 5 a.m., I went to a hotel where foreigners stayed. I gave them free tours of the city, just so I could practice speaking English. Many people laughed at me. They said, "Jack, why are you wasting time doing this for free?" But here's the difference. A poor mindset thinks only about today, while a rich mindset looks at tomorrow. Learning English gave me the chance to see the bigger world. It's the reason I could travel to the United States, meet people who worked with the internet, and later start Alibaba. All of that started because I invested time to learn. The poor mindset says, "This is too hard, I give up." The rich mindset says, "This is hard. Good. That means it's an opportunity." Always remember, the easy road usually leads to a crowded place with little reward, but the hard road often leads to a place of real success. The choice is yours. Let me ask you something simple. If you're hungry and one restaurant sells a meal for $1, while another sells one for $10, which one do you choose? Most people quickly say, "Of course, the $1 meal, it's cheaper." But think carefully. Why is it so cheap? Maybe it's not fresh. Maybe it's unhealthy, and maybe later you'll spend hundreds at the hospital. The $10 meal, on the other hand, might be healthier, give you more energy, and help you earn more in the future. Poor mindset, people save a few cents and lose big later. Rich mindset, people invest wisely so they can gain more. It's the same with marriage or business. If you choose only based on what is cheap or easy, don't complain later when you face problems. Never be cheap with your future. When I started Alibaba, I knew nothing about computers. Even today, I still type with just 2 fingers. If I had waited until I became an expert in technology, Alibaba would never have been born. Poor mindset, people always say, "I'll start when I have more money. I'll start when I have more time. I'll start when I feel ready." But guess what? That perfect day never arrives. Rich mindset, people say, "Start with what you have right now." The truth is, when you take the first step, the path begins to appear. When you start climbing, the mountain gives you space to move forward. It doesn't matter if you start small, scared, or unprepared. Just start. The poor mindset says, "I have $100. How should I spend it?" The rich mindset says, "I have $100. How can I multiply it?" One day someone asked me, "Jack, if you lost all your money today, what would you do?" My answer was simple. I would earn it back because I still have my mind. Give a poor-minded person $1 million, and soon it will be gone. But give a rich-minded person nothing, and they will build wealth again. So don't just think about how to spend money. Think about how to make your money work for you. Let your money become your employee, even when you're sleeping. Remember, if you keep buying things you don't need, one day you'll be forced to sell the things you actually need. Here's a big secret. Every wealthy person you admire, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, they all became rich because they solved problems. Big problems bring big rewards. Poor mindset, people see a problem and complain. Rich mindset, people see a problem and create a solution. When the internet first came, poor mindset, people said, oh, this is too complicated, too risky, only for technical people. Rich mindset, people said, this will change the world. If you want to create real wealth, don't just look for comfort, look for problems to solve. That's where the opportunity lies. Solve problems better than anyone else. Help more people than anyone else. Money simply follows those who serve the world in the best way. When I was building Alibaba, I made endless mistakes. Honestly, I could fill a whole library with the failures I went through. People often ask me, Jack, you failed so many times. How did you survive? The answer is simple. I never saw failure as the end. I saw it as part of the journey. A poor mindset says, if I fail, I'm worthless. A rich mindset says, if I fail, I'm learning. Think of a baby learning to walk. The baby takes one step and falls, gets up again, takes another step, falls again. But does the baby stop trying? No. If babies thought like adults with a poor mindset, humans would never learn to walk at all. Failure is not the enemy. Failure without learning, that is the real danger. And remember this, when you blame others, you give away your power. If you say, my life is bad because of my boss, my parents, the government, the weather, even my neighbor's dog, then you've already lost. A rich mindset says, if my life is going to change, it's up to me. I failed my entrance exam twice. Did I blame the exam? No, I studied harder. When no company wanted to hire me, did I blame the companies? No, I started my own. If you spend your life blaming, you'll spend your life losing. Take responsibility. That's the first real step toward freedom. Now let me ask you something yesterday. How many hours did you spend scrolling on TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram? And how many hours did you spend learning something new? A poor mindset says, I'm bored, let's watch funny videos. A rich mindset says, I'm bored, let me read a book or learn a new skill. The poor look for entertainment. The rich look for education. That's why the rich keep getting richer. Because while others waste time laughing, playing, or sleeping, they are learning, building, and growing. How you use your free time will decide your future. Now imagine this. You see someone driving a Ferrari, living in a big house, traveling first class to beautiful islands. What's your first thought? Be careful, because your reaction reveals your mindset. A poor mindset says, he must have cheated. Life is unfair. A rich mindset says, that's impressive. How did he do it? What can I learn from him? Jealousy is poison. It convinces you that success is not for you, but inspiration is power. When you feel inspired, you tell yourself, if he can do it, I can do it too. Maybe even better. That small shift changes everything. Jealousy closes doors. Inspiration opens them. Poor-minded people gossip about successful people. Rich-minded people study them. They look for lessons. They understand that success leaves clues. If you admire people who are successful, you begin to pick up their energy, their habits, their way of thinking. But if you hate them, you shut the door on your own blessings. So next time you see someone succeed, don't roll your eyes. Don't make excuses. Celebrate them. Smile and say to yourself, I'm next. Because when you celebrate success in others, you attract it in your own life. Remember, success is not limited. It's not a pie, where if someone takes a piece, there's less left for you. There's more than enough success for everyone, if you have the right mindset. Building Alibaba was not easy. For the first 3 years, we made no profit. We almost went bankrupt. My staff wanted to quit. Investors laughed at me. But I told my team, today is tough. Tomorrow will be even tougher. But the day after tomorrow will be beautiful. Most people don't survive until the day after tomorrow. That's why most people quit. And that's why most people stay poor. The rich mindset never quits. Even when it hurts. Even when it feels lonely. Even when no one believes in them. They keep going. You don't need a guarantee. You need courage. Remember, your mind is like a factory. If you keep producing excuses, you'll live in regret. If you keep producing dreams, you'll live in greatness. You become what you believe. If you think like a rich person, even when you are broke today, one day you will be rich. If you think like a poor person, even if you win the lottery, you will be poor again soon. The real battle is not outside, it's inside. It's not your boss, not your parents, not your country, not your luck. It's your mindset. Change your mindset, and you change your life. Don't say, Jack Ma, you are lucky. I'm not lucky. I prepared myself. I trained my mind. I built a rich mindset long before I had money. You can do the same. And you can start today. Here's what I want you to do. 1. Write down 5 poor mindset habits you will stop immediately. 2. Write down 5 rich mindset habits you will start today. 3. Every morning look in the mirror and say, I am rich. I am powerful. I am unstoppable. Do this for 30 days and you'll see the difference. Because when your mind changes, your world changes. And if this message spoke to you, share it with someone you love. Let's help more people become rich, not just in money, but in thinking, in spirit, and in heart. Always remember, being rich or poor has less to do with your bank account and everything to do with your mindset. Think rich, act rich, live rich. Thank you.